Welcome to AnimeFan Narrations, Solo Leveling, Episode 19, Chapter 70, Part 1.
Each time Jinwoo's dagger flashed, another low-level demon was slain. Sometimes he took down more than one with a single swing. In no time, he had dispatched 20 more low-level demons.
This is amazing.
The experience points and soul count rose with each defeated demon. And then, there were the drops. A grin spread across the hunter's face as he collected the items.
Looks like the horns are a guaranteed drop.
Low-level demon's horn. Rarity, none. Type, junk. A horn from the low-level demon's head. As a valuable magic reagent, a demon's horn sells for quite an amount.
The junk item, demon's horn. Selling it at the shop netted him 200,000 gold.
Even Cerberus teeth sold for 150,000 each. The monsters of the demon castle sure are generous.
Having recently appreciated the shop's value, Jinwoo no longer saw junk items as just junk.
There's really nothing to discard.
Jinwoo happily sold what needed to be sold and stored the rest. While sorting through the corpses, he discovered something new.
What's this?
He found an item he hadn't seen before.
Entry permit. Rarity, type. It's a permit to enter the second floor. Usable in the interfloor movement magic circle on the first floor.
It was a document rolled up like a scroll.
Entry permit?
Unrolling the scroll, Jinwoo saw a bunch of letters and shapes he couldn't decipher. The only information he had was from the item's description box.
An item that lets me go from the first floor to the second.
Could it be? Jinwoo looked around. While this was inside the demon castle, it was essentially built on Daesung Tower. If the demon castle was structured like Daesung Tower, then this would be the first floor.
It never even occurred to me that a field-type dungeon could have multiple floors.
Did this place also have 100 floors like Daesung Tower? The thought of such a massive dungeon made Jinwoo stick out his tongue.
It can't actually be 100 floors, right?
There was only one way to find out. He needed to locate that magic circle.
The only place the interfloor movement magic circle could be is...
Jinwoo looked at the pillar of light reaching up to the sky.
That?
It had been his initial goal, but he got sidetracked hunting low-level demons and ended up in the opposite direction.
Guess I'll head over there now.
He had cleared out all the low-level demons in the area anyway. Jinwoo smiled.
Come forth.
The shadow soldiers stored by Shadow Storage didn't need a specific command to be summoned. All he had to do was summon them with intent. The shadow beast from the Alpha Ice Bear appeared before Jinwoo. The massive bear stood on its hind legs. It towered over a house. However, in front of Jinwoo, it was no different from a trained pet.
Down.
The shadow beast obediently lowered itself, and Jinwoo climbed onto its back. Jinwoo kicked the side of the beast, and it surged forward toward the pillar of light with incredible speed. With its giant strides and unnaturally fast pace, they quickly closed the distance to their destination. Of course, there were occasional obstacles. The beast swiped its claws with lightning speed and the obstacles vanished instantly.
Oh?
Jinwoo nodded in approval.
I just got on for fun, but he's more effective than I expected.
Jinwoo decided he would use him as a mount in the future, and even gave him a name.
From now on, your name is Tank.
The shadow beast, now named Tank, raised its head and roared. Jinwoo wasn't sure if Tank liked or disliked the name. Slowing down, Tank stopped in front of the pillar of light.
Good boy.
Jinwoo dismounted, petted the shadow beast, and then returned him to his shadow. He turned around.
You've discovered the interfloor movement magic circle.
A circular magic seal was drawn on the floor. The light from the magic circle reached up to the sky. Jinwoo stepped into the light. Nothing happened. Confused, Jinwoo took a few more steps to reach the center of the circle.
There are no other open floors. Which floor would you like to go to?
How many floors are there?
There was no response.
To reach the top, I just have to climb the tower, huh?
Jinwoo pondered for a moment. He was almost ready to level up. Should he level up here or advance to the next floor?
Unlike other instant dungeons, monsters don't respawn here. Staying in one place isn't beneficial.
Moreover, the quest mentioned that higher floors would have demons with multiple souls. For both experience points and soul collection, Jinwoo decided it was better to move up to the higher levels.
All right.
Let's go up second floor.
An entry permit is required.
Following the prompt, Jinwoo took out the scroll from his inventory. As soon as it left the inventory, the scroll vanished in a flash of light.
The second floor of the demon castle has been opened. You will now go up to the second floor.
The magic circle started glowing intensely. At that moment, Jinwoo understood what was happening.
Oh, so this is like an elevator.
Realizing the pillar of light's purpose, Jinwoo was transported to the second floor in a blinding flash. And now, 27th floor. This was Jinwoo's progress over the past 2 days. He had told Gina that he would be traveling for a week.
I have 5 days left.
Considering the increasing speed at which he was clearing each floor, Jinwoo felt hopeful that he might reach the 100th floor in the remaining 5 days. Jinwoo looked around. It was a completely ruined city.
I can't even tell what city this was based on.
Each floor represented a different city. Additionally, the destruction became more severe as he ascended. On the 27th floor, it was hard to even call it a city anymore. Is this what a city would look like if it were carpet-bombed? Jinwoo dismissed the thought and shook his head.
Not the time for such thoughts.
He checked his watch. It was 11 p.m. There was no night or day in this place. He had to rely on his watch to keep track of time. Since it was 11 o'clock, he should get some rest. Proper sleep was essential to continue the raid.
Let's check my progress.
Collected demon souls, 2,116 of 10,000.
2,100.
He was killing about 1,000 demons a day. He had made good progress in the past 2 days. There was still a long way to go to 10,000, but Jinwoo had high hopes for the demons with multiple souls on the upper floors.
The key is to keep moving up.
Then there was the matter of leveling up.
Wow.
Jinwoo opened his eyes wide.
Level 67.
He had reached level 67 in no time. From low-level demons that gave 100 experience points to mid-level demons that gave 300, his leveling progress had accelerated dramatically.
Man, I'm really leveling up fast here.
Lots of monsters, generous experience points, a proper challenge. The demon castle was truly a paradise for leveling up, and that wasn't all. Jinwoo had been diligently raising the proficiency of his skills. Even now, he was keeping Night Killer floating above his hand. Ruler's Hands was a skill that allowed him to move objects without touching them.
Thankfully, Ruler's Hands doesn't use any mana.
It was a bit tiring to keep his mind focused on maintaining the skill, but the benefits of increasing its proficiency made it worthwhile. As if on cue, Jinwoo received some good news.
Ruler's Hands has leveled up.
All right.
Jinwoo smiled in satisfaction and leaned back against the wall. Every time he grew stronger, his heart felt a bit more at ease. His eyelids began to droop.
He should have gotten his license by now.
He wondered how Yoo Jinho was doing. It had been a while since Jinwoo operated solo. He thought about the young man who had always stuck by his side in dungeons, the battle between the older brother, who had already made a name for himself in the business world, and the younger brother, who was just a college student with a Guildmaster license. It wouldn't be an easy fight.
Stay strong, Yoo Jinho.
Cheering for Yoo Jinho in his heart, Jinwoo slowly drifted into a deep sleep. Yoo Jinho entered the upscale Korean restaurant with a determined expression. He had chosen the place to suit his father's taste.
The chairman?
He's waiting inside.
Yoo Jinho gulped.
This way, please.
He was led to the room where his father was waiting. The sliding door opened and he saw his father across the room. His nervousness surged. Despite the momentary weakness, Yoo Jinho gathered his courage and sat down across from his father.
So what is this about? I never expected you to arrange a meeting with me.
Father, before I say anything, please take a look at this.
This is
It's my Guildmaster license and my rating records.
a Guildmaster license? You?
Yes, Father.
Without a word, Yoo Myunghwan took the documents from Yoo Jinho and reviewed them. As the chairman studied the information, a light appeared in his eyes.
So,
Yoo Myunghwan put the documents down on the table.
you're telling me you want Eugene Guild?
Yes, sir.
For a brief moment, traces of surprise and contemplation appeared on Yoo Myunghwan's face.
To think that Father actually has to choose between me and my brother.
Yoo Jinho was amazed. Even that was a significant achievement for him. In the past, he would have been content with that. However, Yoo Jinho had changed. He didn't want to back down after coming this far.
Father, you already know that leaving the Guildmaster's position to an outsider gives too much power to someone not under...
Enough.
Yoo Myunghwan raised a hand. Yoo Jinho immediately fell silent. In the Yoo family, when Yoo Myunghwan said, enough, it was an absolute command that no one would disobey.
There is someone I want you to meet.
Sir?
Yoo Jinho was taken aback. He had called for this meeting, so who could his father possibly want to introduce? As his curiosity piqued, another door in the room opened.
Hello.
A man in his late 20s or early 30s stood at the door and greeted them awkwardly.
Who?
Yoo Jinho didn't recognize him. Yoo Myunghwan gestured with his chin, and the man sat down next to him.
This is Hunter Go Myunghwan.
Go Myunghwan?
Yoo Jinho was puzzled. It was a name he had never heard before. His father nodded understandingly and continued.
That news about Baekho Guild's Red Gate incident? He's one of the survivors.
Solo Leveling, Chapter 71, Part 1.
Yoo Jinho was stunned.
Redgate?
Why was that being mentioned here? With all the media coverage, Yoo Jinho was well aware of the incident, but he couldn't understand why his father was bringing it up now.
And that man.
The so-called survivor of the incident. The press was frantically searching for anyone connected to the Red Gate incident. How had this man ended up here? Questions flooded Yoo Jinho's mind. Seeing his confusion, Yoo Myunghwan spoke slowly.
It seems you don't know.
Sir?
Ignoring the puzzled Yoo Jinho, the chairman turned to the nervous-looking Go Myunghwan.
Hunter Nim.
Yes?
Please tell my son who was present that day, aside from Baekho's new recruits.
Understood.
Go Myunghwan faced Yoo Jinho. The confusion was still evident on Yoo Jinho's face.
There was a young female hunter about high school age and...
A young female hunter?
Yoo Jinho couldn't have guessed the name Go Myunghwan would say next.
Sung Jinwoo see.
Yoo Jinho felt his heart drop to his stomach.
A youngnim was involved in the Red Gate incident?
How could this have happened? Yoo Jinho's mind was in turmoil, but then he remembered something.
Wait, a few days ago?
Han Songyi, who had previously ignored Hyungnim, was now chatting with him amicably.
Thanks for watching Solo Leveling on AnimeFan Narrations. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for updates. Share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.